of course, we have another special guest who we didn't talk about, which is this trophy right here that we can just tilt into frame.
Pro player, top player.
I had to show that off a little bit.
Oh yes. I mean, listen. So hey guys, welcome to the Burning Rubber Show, and today we have super special guest Tywan Cook. Again, as you know, we have burning questions. You want to introduce yourself?
Yes.
Tell everybody about yourself.
Okay, those who don't know me, my name is Tywan Cook. I'm a pro player. I don't even know my ranking. But I would say I'm top 5 in the world, and I live in Brooklyn, New York, and that's where I also play at. So that's me.
Big Blue Baller winner. That's
Oh my God.
that's the pretty much the number one title right now.
People
Like,
still talking about it.
of course. And I first saw you play at King of the Court 2019, and just the way that you played, like hands down, I was just like, yo, this guy has style, like, and he plays the game with class. Like, this dude like needs to be supported in this sport. So I mean, thank you for putting on the show and like showing like a layman and a person just getting into the game, like what this sport can be about.
And I think that's what I truly try to do and put on the court every time I get on the court. And I just put the character, the charisma, and just get up there and just play. You know, I don't worry about any other negative things or people talking. I don't care about that. And I also like to lead by example. So I'm big on kids, so I definitely love when they watch me. You know, I want to be able to show them the good things into the sport. And if they look up to me, I want them to follow, you know, me in the good ways, not the bad ways. So, you know, lead by example.
So can we talk about the story? Because I mean, when I sat down and did the interview for you, I mean, like, you know, yes, I knew I was going to sponsor you, but like when I interviewed you and you kind of told me the story about like Big Blue Ballers being a goal, like how is like this whole tsunami kind of
I know, right?
being, like how is like it feels like, and the story's not over, but it kind of like you actually, you know, had kind of like a cycle that you went through, which was crazy. So like starting your year, about like kind of your approach to Big Blue Ballers.
So knowing that Big Blue Ballers is the last one, that's the last major of the year. So of course I wanted to take the previous big titles, but I lost in King of the Court. But before that I lost in Gladiators. I came in third, I lost to Tywan. So every time I lose a major, I worry about the next one. You know, so after I lost that one, I'm like, okay, Tywan, fix what you didn't do and get it in the next one. And then I lost to Timbo in King of the Court, 21-19. So I was like, oh, before that, and then I lost to Gio. Oh my God. I think that's what really struck me with the Gio match in the Nationals. Because
was that small ball or big ball? Oh, it was big ball. That was big ball. I missed about that one. Was right before the Buddha, right? Yes. I
think that was one of the difficult tournaments that I played in this year. And it was really challenging for me. But after losing that tournament, I was like, okay, I need a major under my belt. Of course, I wanted Big Blue Ballers, but I wanted to win a major before that, you know, and the year off, like I got two, you know. Right. Because I seen that Davo won one, and I'm like, okay, cool. Then Timbo won one, I'm like, I gotta win the next two. But Kadeem actually wound up winning King of the Court, so that was great. So I'm like, okay, they ain't gonna leave me out. They ain't gonna leave me out. Because it's so easy for people to forget you, you know.
I can imagine. There's so many people competing, and but I mean, you guys are really consistent. So I mean, I can just imagine even within kind of like the top players, there's a kind of hierarchy, and when you see yourself in there, like you don't want to lose, like you know, like it just doesn't, you know, it's not even in your blood to kind of like, you know, you take these losses hard and you really want to win. Like that's what makes you guys open players. Like you guys are hungry, you want to win, and like any loss is just like kind of like a slight on you personally.
Right. For me, it's maybe I can speak for other players out there. For me, when I see a loss, maybe because we do so much of training and practice mentally, physically, and to perform our best. So when the year comes and the tournament arrives, we gotta be able to, like, no errors. We waited another year for this, so we gotta let everything be stick, you know. So sometimes when we don't perform our best, or maybe something goes against us, it's like, Dad, we gotta wait a whole nother year. You know, so that's all I kept thinking in my mind, like, no, and I kept telling myself that. I kept speaking to myself and reminding myself, like, I'm gonna win Big Blue Ballers, I'm gonna win it. And out of all the tournaments, I don't know, I wanted Gladiators the most, although I wanted Big Blue Ballers, but that was the first tournament. And I was like, I won Gladiators. But once I didn't get that, I started to speak into big blue ballers. I'm like, yo, I gotta get this. This is my tournament. This is my part.
Yeah.
You know. And the history about big blue ballers is that Lincoln Terrace. That's where I actually grew up playing in that part. So having Veronica at that time, it was Joe too. They was attached in the organization. So those my mentors. You know. So they raised me up, and then I'm competing. And that same very tournament. That's why it's a story. I took out 3 8 players at 17 years old. That's the tournament that I did.
Wow.
When I got my 8 card was because of that tournament, Big Baller. So to do that, but never to win it, you know. And so many people came after me. Rookie always told me, he was like, Tywan, you should be the next big thing, you know. So at that time when he told me that, that's before Timo got into it. It was between like me, Gio, Justin. Kadeem wasn't playing. None of them was playing at that time. So when
Justin, this is who everyone refers to as Black Justin.
Justin, come back.
Never met him, man.
He's from my park too. So he actually had rookie 23-9. Wow. The rookie wound up coming back in the finals.
Whoa,
that's the same tournament that I played there. You know.
What?
Yeah. It was
oh man, if there's footage out there, let's get that out here. Maybe I can cut that in.
I think it is
here.
on YouTube. Yeah. So
okay, I gotta find that.
We gonna look for it though.
That's crazy.
So to come in 3rd or 4th, I've been doing that for years. 3rd, 4th, and never to win a tournament. And it's like every time I had a chance to win, it would get slipped right from me. I lost to Kadeem twice. After beating Timbo, maybe I think that was 3 years ago. After beating Timbo in the semifinals to get to the finals, everybody like, oh, Tywan, you got this tournament. So Kadeem, I think he played Dabo or Gio, either one of them in the semis, so wound up beating them. So now it's me and Kadeem in the finals. Everybody thinking, you know, I got it in the bag.
Yeah.
So Kadeem comes out of nowhere and just going, and he wound up beating me. You know, he jumped on me really strong.
Yeah.
And that kind of stung me in a way.
Yeah.
So the very next year, guess what I got to play again? Kadeem.
Yeah.
So I played Kadeem. At that time, I was battling transitioning from day to night because that's the night court. So it was messing with my vision because I wear contacts. So I'm like, I can't see the ball. So I went through the same thing again at Kadeem. I had him like 16 or like 5. Like beating him. Like, and then I just got distracted. I got really distracted. I had my family there at the time rooting for me, but they were cheering for me inside the volleys, not after. So I'm like, shh. So I'm trying to focus and still, you know, execute. And Kadeem coming back. So he wound up beating me. I think it was like 21-19, 21-18. So the very next year now, because Veronica didn't throw it last year. So I'm like, all right, this is going to be my year. Because you tired of hearing people, Tywan, it's going to be a year. Tywan, it's going to be a year. And I'm like, yeah. That's all I can say is yeah. Or they come to me, how you feeling? I'm feeling good. You know, every time I get on the court, I'm feeling good. So, but what I did this year that I never did before, I actually didn't worry about anything. I didn't think about winning. I didn't think about nothing else but really having fun. I was like, Tywan, you need to have fun. Remember who you are. You don't need validation from no one. Let them talk. I took a step back from social media as the negative because you know everybody's putting up the videos and then Will getting on live. Everybody want to say what they think about who's going to be this. I didn't like get into that. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm not even gonna tune in because then I can play with my mind like, oh yeah, I gotta show them something. No. So when I got to the tournament, I was mentally at a different level than I've never been before. So everything was like in line. So when I got there, I think I played Dan my second match because I didn't play the first round.
Right.
And Dan was really good with me. He was there, you know. I'm like, okay, let me jump on him real quick before he beat me. Anytime I play my first match, sometimes it could be real bad for me or it could be real good. But most of the time it'd be bad. I was really trying to just practice my shots. I didn't want to force them, but then I wanted to make the shots perfect. I'm like, Tywan, you don't got to make the shots perfect. I'm trying to go for crispy up the line. I'm like, so but that right there was hurting me. I'm like, the Dan started to get a little momentum.
Right, he stoked his ego to the fire. So it's
then
like,
you know, everybody around, they want the underdogs to win. So come on, Dan, come on, Dan. So that's pumping him up. So I'm like, okay, I'm cool, calm, and collected. I'm like, I'm good.
Pro player.
Right, I'm like, I'm good. So at 18 now, they're like, why Tywan smiling? I'm like, it's gonna be what it's gonna be. So once I got back on the court, I said, the pressure's on him. I'm good. Normally it should be the opposite.
Right.
When you're a top player, the pressure's normally on you.
Right.
Because when you got somebody that's the underdog that's playing good, now you gotta be able to snuff their light out.
Right.
You know, because he got nothing to lose. He like, I got nothing to lose.
Yeah. To speak on that, like there is kind of like a savagery when it comes to like handball. Like you guys are just, and maybe it's just because you guys are like the pro players are like alphas, but you guys like just stomp. You guys are like, you want to zip. Like you don't want like Cubs to think that they have a chance at all. And it's interesting to it's interesting too because that kind of like creates like that's how you kind of know if someone's getting better because usually you're like stomping them out, but now they're just like, oh, they're climbing, they're getting points and stuff like that. So
because
that's
now
kind of
they also what they're doing is they creating their own experience within their journey. So now that they we've been beating on them so long, and then now they rising within their own their own level, then they start to feel more confident.
Right.
Then they start to feel like I can do more.
Right.
You know, so
because after losing so many times, it's like you can't like you've already lost, so you gotta go somewhere besides losing. You know, like they're keeping you at rock bottom. It's time to like go get out of there. Yeah.
And speaking of Dan particularly, he was more always would do something incredible inside the open singles even before. So I wasn't never shocked that Dan pushed me to the limit at 18 but I wasn't worried because at the time I'm looking at this is how I look at it when I play him. I'm like, you gotta do it 21 times. So if you kill a ball, let me see if you want to continue that consistency. You know, because he's looking on the other end like I can't miss. You know. So I'm always looking at the body language, how they looking at, whether they calling timeouts, they nervous. I'm like, he nervous, And at 18, I don't think Dan was, I think maybe it was a little pressure on 18 it's pressure, or I got back down, or I went for the shot and didn't make it. So he was thinking about all that stuff. So I'm like, he's going, you know.
It's so interesting because we've talked about pressure here before, and that's definitely one thing we even talked about. Kadeem says that he compartmentalizes it. He's like, next 4 points. You know, he doesn't think about the whole entire chunk. He just like sections it off and he just like, let's just get another 4 points. And like the one who brushes it off can control the match. You know, can get into the rhythm and can kind of seal the deal and seal the game.
I think that's one thing that I have. I really 9 times out of 10 I don't let anything get to me. And sometimes when it's like too heated, whether it's the ref that's maybe determining the game because of the bad calls or the linesman, I try to take a timeout and think about positive thoughts. That's what I do. So anything that try to come in my mind with negative, I cast it out with positive. So whether it's like I'm getting cheated, I go, you know what? I can't do anything about that. But what I can do is try to change it. Just play, and then hopefully things will change. I'm not thinking about, oh my God, I'm losing because of this. I'm like, no, make it up. I'm always looking to make up, even if I miss. So people always just say, Tony, you're so inconsistent, but I win. You know, because I make up as much as more than I miss. So I'm like, I can go for those shots and miss, but I'm gonna make up it. You know. And before I I think now in my game I'm actually going hard in the beginning. Before I used to wait and then I had to come back and own my game. Now I'm to the point where I want everybody to be under 10. You know, so it takes me now to get that.
That's interesting. I was recording, like I was going back because I was going back and forth recording your game and Tim's game, and I was just like, I was looking at your game and I was like, man, there's just like a fire there. That I was just like, and it was funny because it would like reset every match, but then I was just like, oh no, he's there. That's it. Like, and it would be around 13 points, and it's like, oh, this shit is going.
It's like after a while, it's so crazy because I just start to pull out my serve into the later rounds because I was like, you know what, I don't need it. Because sometimes I don't try to rely too much on it because if it's not working, I want to be able to still be able to close out. And it's like as the matches progress throughout the rounds, I get even more focused, and even more sharp because I think it's closer to the finish line for me. So after beating him,
it is like a marathon in that way. Even Serena gets a day to rest. You guys go all day for these tournaments. So it's about conserving your energy. It's kind of a different rate, more like a marathon than it is like a kind of little sprints.
You could tell those who are not conditioned, they don't last. Well, you know, and I always say that. So I went on to now play Kadeem. At that time, I kind of left the handball court and went away and just, meditated and, talked to myself maybe for like 5 to 10 minutes. Prep myself for like, you got this. Get away from everything. Came back in with the game face, the focus. I just was a different person at that time. Because I was like, no, this is my tournament. I got you and you. So at that time I got Kadeem. I got the top 2. Top 3. Me and us. So I'm like, I got to take you and you out. Kadeem at that time had to take out.
Who did he play? Oh man, I don't remember who
did he play.
Was it Justin? Would be good because I'd never.
I think it was Tywan.
No, Timbo played Tywan.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Who did he play? Kadeem might have been chilling for a little bit.
He probably was chilling. Hey, for me, I'm like, I'm playing these hungry, starving people. They trying to come at me, but I was like, this is this.
It was funny.
So that definitely, I had to really jump on Kadeem. I'm like, he's full of energy.
Right.
He didn't really, nobody pushed him yet. So I'm like, okay, cool. Jump on him.
Yeah,
and I already know how to play Kadeem, like you know how to play me. So it's just a matter of just letting it play out.
Right.
And
the person who makes the most mistakes loses. Yeah.
But one thing with me, I'm always strategizing on how to beat someone, because I felt like you can truly never play everybody the same way. You have to have multiple different strategies.
Yeah. What if they change their whole game? Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
So I play everybody a little different. I know how to play tempo, dabo, and that's how I'm actually able to, even if I beat them at that time, because I'm saying that. So people like, Tony, you watch your videos? Most of the time I do. I haven't been doing it lately because I play them so much where I know my errors. I know what I'm doing. Sometimes it could be my returns. So I know it's my returns that, set the tone of the volley. So I know if my returns is more higher, I can get the lines up more higher. I can be able to get more in the volley. Yeah. So that's what I work on. I work on more defense because my offense is always good. But I feel like I give a lot of points up in the back. So I can have Timbo 10-2, and I could turn around 11-10. Him, I gave up 8 of the points. Right. So I know that it's me. I'm the one who gives them. I'm not saying that Tim will not going, because Tim will never beat me. Like you demolishing me. None of them going to do that. But I feel like I give majority of the points up freely without them earning it. Right. So if I can just lessen my errors, it's going to be a different game. So
when it gets to like the top of the points, when it gets to like the 20s and 19s, I kind of got a feeling that you play with your food a little bit. So it was just like, what?
I do.
It's like, what's happening? He's like,
I do. I think I only do that when I'm not worried too much about the person. Like I'm like, okay, I can toy around, which I should not. Yeah. So it could be easy shots like right corner. I'm trying to roll stuff out, and I'm like, okay, Tywan. Then when they start making 4 or 5 points straight, I'm like, all right, Tywan, see what you did there. So I gotta have a lot of points, lead in order to play around my food, but I shouldn't know because you see when I play Kadeem, I'm spot on. I'm not missing, So I think it's about if I feel more comfortable to give up those points. Yeah. I'm like, I got you by like 10 points. I'm good, but I shouldn't know. So
that. I mean, to transition into what your next match was. I mean, we're talking about 2 months of going from losing to Timbo to winning Timbo in the tournament, which was like And mind you, I mean, even Timbo was working on himself too. Yeah. Like he was training, and I think like for this tournament, I think he came in with the mindset like, I want to win this too because I can't lose. And I mean, he's been winning a lot of tournaments, but he was just like, I'm gonna try and get back on it and get crispy too. So, but you were just like, I've seen what I've done wrong, and now I'm like. Everything clicks. Yeah. It's like, and you've been having a good tournament, so it's like the momentum was just like you're coming like Super Saiyan 3. Like it was just like it was good. Like if his aura didn't match yours, it was just gonna be very, very tough.
And he was like, that's what him and Kadeem both said. It was nothing that we could have shaken you.
Right? Yeah.
Like he was so focused playing, and I'm telling you, the key, I was having fun.
Yeah.
I didn't worry about anything. Everything was like.
I know a lot of people are talking about the B players recently, like. Who should get their A card and stuff like that. So can you talk to us a little bit about that? Like, who's your protege and like who are your proteges if there's more? If there's like a little kid out there who no one knows about who's like making it through the ranks, this little baby Serena is about to
right. So my protege is of course Nas.
Shout out to Nas, man.
Shout out to Nas. I also trained not only him, Raw too. I trained I would give a lot of like Afia. We worked a lot with her game, but like her lobs got better and stuff like that. So I might tweak a little things in her. I train everybody. If you come to me and you want some of my training, I'm always willing to give back or to tell you, critique you, assess your game. So if you come to St. John, I trained a lot of people, but Nas is someone who's took the training and applied it. And he didn't just do it with me being there. He did his own homework and own research and be able to study the games. He used to hit me up. I watch all his games. And then he's studying and telling this and going in the courts to practice. So he's doing his own, which he excels now. Like his game, I think I have never seen someone rapidly grow within the next 2.5 to 3 years.
Super impressive. Like just seeing that last what he was doing on Saturday, I was just like, that's definitely a baby
Right,
Tywan right
yeah.
there. I was just like, yo, those moves are like crazy. Like,
But it's so funny that let me just set the record straight. Nas took that upon himself because he always was a stiff-arm player, you know. His mom is actually in the handball scene as well, so he's mother and father in. You know, his mother played handball, so it was a local park, Wingate, you know. So his mom was like, "Tell you gonna train Nas?" I'm like, "Yeah, I'm gonna train Nas. I'm gonna train Nas." And she was like, "All right." So he used to be at Wingate playing, and he used to just hitting the ball. I said, "Oh, he got a stiff arm. He got, you know, I'm watching. He got a stiff arm. He couldn't put it all together, but he had a stiff arm." I'm like, okay. So when he started to train with me, I started to show him a lot of the stuff, like, you know, how to go up the line crispy, his lobs, you know, just the easy things. Before I start going the roundhouse and all that, he ain't learning all that yet. He just learning the basics, you know. So, but I'm telling you, because he looked up to me so much, where he studied my game, like Davo with hobby. But I think that the reason why Nas is his game mimic mine is because he's around me 24/7. Like, it's not like he's there on Thursdays and Wednesdays. We always together. So even when we go today to St. John's, he's gonna be with me. So, but he learns and he's willing to learn and to break down hard criticism. So I'm on him like, yo, Nas, you ain't doing this right. I'm not just gonna say no. And he takes it in, like, because he comes to me and tell me. He gonna tell me what I should do, what I should do. And I go, you ain't doing this. Sometimes I go, what you think you should do? So I'm really hard on him, but I also encourage him so much. And I let him know that you could do anything. You could be anything you want to be. Just keep that humbleness. I always tell him all the time, yeah, you want this tournament, but stay humble. I tell everybody that. Because you don't want to get a big head and then people start, that's not who I'm about. And I tell people that all the time. But he's gonna be an A player next year. I mark my words. And I told him he's gonna be a top B player this year. And he's there. There. I always tell B players, if you good and you can hang with us, get on this court, step over that court. But then they be like, they feel like they unworthy because the guys either gonna sandbag them, or they can't get on their court. And some of the guys, they're not working. So they need to make, they gotta play for money in order to even get that experience. So you take the good and the bad, but if you're gonna let someone gamble, like navigate, help them in that area, so they don't do the wrong things that you're doing, or have that control in them. Because the gambler could be like, yo, I'm chasing that bag, or you want to change who you are because of the money, and you're gonna start cursing people out fighting. You don't want those habits, so you want to be able to say, if you gamble, listen, do it on your own. I ain't gonna force you, but do it smart.
Set kind of like parameters so that it becomes more like a driving factor to win instead of like, an excuse to like, argue a rule or something like that.
Because we will gamble when it was coming up. We had to. Even if it's $5, yo, look, I can't play you for $5, But at the end of the day, we did it not to say, we did it for the experience.
Right, yes. Yeah. That's what it's like paying a ticket to play this person.
Yo, they playing for coins. I be like, we was young, we playing for $5. I remember Edwin and I'm like, yo, how old are y'all? You got 50. I'm like, yo, y'all be fucking. At that age, you got 5, you might got 10. But these kids, you got 50, you got 100. I'm like, yo, y'all crazy. Y'all crazy. But
I actually see it, like, at first, like, I thought the gambling was, not that it was something that kind of like lessened the integrity of the sport, but like I just didn't know what the value was of it. But then if you look at any other sport where you're paying to be either part of a club or to have like a coach or a teacher, that's technically where this money's going. Like, they don't have those facilities and stuff like that. You're like, all these players are kind of like making do by these gambling games. So it's like, it's until a facility opens up that these players can play in, this is how it has to be. And I'm all for it. Like, it 100% needs, like, it puts a value on the sport and your kind of like your skills. It's like, yo, I'm a professional person. If you want to play me, you have to pay me. Like,
which I get. I think the my concern is when you have a-holes who's doing it, because so it's like, okay, I get you can kind of, because like
Larry, you mean like the outside betting or between players?
speaking of outside betting, I'm gonna get to that, but inside, like because when you playing against like certain players, it makes it not fun. And then if it could get very disrespectful, then that's a problem. Those are my concerns. Like, I don't mind where if you want to gamble, if it's going to be arguments, just have a referee linesman. Right. But if it comes to the point where you want to start fighting and stuff like that, then no. Why you got to get to that point? You know, now what we showing, what we showcasing out there. We want the value, we want the excitement, we want all that great stuff. It could be that with the gambling, but if it goes outside of those lines, like then that's unnecessary.
And that's probably because players just lose
kids
control.
There, you got so much stuff that's around. Nobody want to get locked up and do it. It's just too much. It's unnecessary.
It can get, I can understand. I mean, when it comes to money, like people don't want to play around with it, but I think people should definitely see it as almost like coaching. Like you're paying this person to coach you, whether you win or lose. I mean, to win back your money is kind of like that's a bonus that you wouldn't get with a coach. Like you pay the coach to take your money.
That would love to continue to pay their money to because they get that experiment. It's a good experiment. It's not a salty experiment. So you feel like, yo, because you ever went to the store, bought something like Ep004, you like, yo, this food was nasty. I feel like I got cheated out. You know, that's how they feel when they get on the court. But they could get a good experiment. It's like, yo, I would bet you $10. We played rookie and Gio Larry and all them over and over and over and over again. Take my money. But I got that. Yo, when I got home, I was high. I was like, ooh, those spikes, those rollers I had on them though, because but it was a good experience. Like, so I feel like I made a good investment versus
an
a
investment.
bad one. So that's what we have to be able to, differentiate.
And then, and like if like business 101, like you're paying $10, and then like if you're good yourself, if you made a good investment, you get $20 back.
Like, return.
There you go. It's definitely like a good business.
But always showing the kids that, always showing them the good ways, or we just showing them all the bad ways. You know, so that's all my thing, because I want to be able to show them the right way. You know, and either then. So with the outside betting, this my concerns where I feel like you shouldn't have people, the organizers, betting with the players. You know, so it's just
conflict of interest.
That's a lot going on.
That shouldn't be happening, and I mean, I am unaware of the hosts who do that, but I don't think.
Or just people, whether it's a rep, they should just be in that type. That's it.
Yeah, that's
because now you have people thinking you biased, so maybe
no, that's it. Like that. Like, there's a conflict of interest. Once you put money on a certain player, that means that if you're reffing a game, that player might be playing someone else down the road, like. You're totally sabotaging the whole game, the whole integrity of the game.
And it's like they just put it all out there. And you walking past like, did you really just bet on this person? And you just wouldn't know. You wouldn't know. And then that's the bad thing about it. You go, wow. That's the bad thing.
And I think that's just because also the game is still, technically in its infancy. And I think as it gets more professional, those things will kind of get weeded out. Because, I mean, that cannot continue. There's no way that... host or a referee can bet on the game.
And a lot of people don't see it. Maybe they probably don't see it the way I see it because they do it themselves. So it's and it's normal to them. Once you in an environment that's for so long, anybody saying something against that, it's like, who are you talking about? So it's like they looking at me like I'm speaking a different language. I'm like, you don't see all these things is wrong. That's not cool.
And talking to Kadeem last 2 weeks ago, I was again surprised with the gambling. Like again, I'll say like you guys kind of wanting better for the sport, and that's all part of it. Like like this is just circumstance. It's not like how you guys want the game to be played. And I think that's I don't want to speak for the players, but I think that for you guys, like. You want a level of professionalism that, that you kind of deserve because of the time and energy and sweat.
Yeah, we put our dudes in.
Exactly.
We put our dudes in. Yeah. Like, I love it because even when I was gambling, I get it because it brings that extra. Either it's gonna be you're gonna be nervous because you got so much on the line. Yeah. So it definitely you play different when you in that type of gambling arena. So it puts more on you. So it can either make you or break you. So I'm all for that, but at the end of the day, if it's going to hurt you in the process, I'm not for that. I'm not for that. The arguing, the cursing, I say people stop playing handball because of that. But at the end of the day, it's been happening so often. Well, it's kind of, it was worse back then, a little, maybe 6 years ago. But now it's like, okay, but there's still more cleaning up to do.
Yeah.
You know, as much as the organizations get more together, get more rules, regulations, so now they have something to go for. So, yeah, but, you know, but it'd be a big pill with the swallow. Like people like, I don't want to play handball. I ain't coming to this borough no more because it's the whole borough. You know, so you as Zariga, you like
the whole borough.
It's like you as Zariga, you know, you might have a lot of the Bronx. You might have Brooklyn and stuff like that, where if it's closed. So, but if you come there and you feel like I'm gonna be treated unfair, people gonna cheat, or if I'm gonna host a tournament as Zariga, the Bronx people gonna get all their way. You know, and it's like, you know, I'm coming here and put my money up too. So.
Yeah, that's
It'd be a lot.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot. It'd be a lot. Take a sip on that.
So we can do our rapid fire. So to wrap this up, we ask you just quick questions, and then you answer with 1 or 2 words about.
Trivia? Nah.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna start doing that. We'll probably have that like next week. We'll be back on for it. So we have a favorite court.
Okay, my favorite court.
Just
Lincoln Terrace.
There you go. Favorite court. Favorite player.
Justin.
Favorite tournament.
Doubles or singles? Can I get one double, one?
You can do one doubles and singles.
Singles, Gladiators. Doubles, boy.
And favorite partner to play with.
Past or current?
It could be anyone.
Okay, my favorite partner that I ever felt would be Vladi.
All right. And then this is like the bonus question is favorite shot.
Well, my round.
Thank you so much for coming through, man. Thank you all. Well, tell everybody where they can reach you on social media.
I appreciate y'all. You can find me on social media: Facebook, Tywan Cook, Instagram, Tywan CK, and yeah. Photo Genius TV for the YouTube videos. Do you guys all have a YouTube video?
Burning Rubber Handball and Burning Rubber Wall Ball. Follow, subscribe on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. Find us. We'll put our names, usernames all over here. I'll pop that up. And
I'll put all out there so that way you can stay in tune with more content from the other content. And then, hopefully we do the single match that's coming up the 21st.
So
get more for
best of the best.
Yeah,
so
best
look out for that, man.
Look out for that coming up.
All right, guys. Thank you so much. Have a good one.